皆さんお疲れ様ですナルミです。今日は We have a special guest
ご無沙汰しております。
昨日言った You were in the yesterday's video.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking to them.
That's true, that's
It's
true.
been a while since I've actually been speaking to them.
So the reason why I brought Jacobson here today is that we can discuss what does it like to be short in America, because I actually made the video a while back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Like a year or 2 years ago. 今日は皆さんに小さい人あるあるアメリカバージョンについてご紹介したいと思います。Anyways, so how tall are you, baby?
Yeah, I guess we should start with that, shouldn't we?
Right.
So I am 5'4".
Oh, 5'4"?
Right. Yeah, let's measure.
5'3"? Okay, you're 5'3". Oh, 160 centimeters. How
Oh, really?
161?
Okay,
centimeters.
161.
Quite short, even in Japan, I think.
Okay, so first is with regard to bullying and height, right? This is it's probably different for everybody, I'm sure. So I'm only speaking from my experience, and
Right.
you can take from that what you will. For me, I didn't really get bullied for my height when I was in school.
Okay.
Elementary school, middle school, high school. I don't think I really ever got bullied for my height, or even to the extent of being teased for my height. I mean, obviously, like, it came up. I'm not saying that nobody ever talked about it, because, obviously the fact that I was short was very apparent for everybody. But as far as whether I got really teased for it or bullied for it, not that much, no.
But you said that you got picked on your color of your hair, right? More than height?
Yeah, so I definitely got teased about my hair color much more than I did about my height.
Living life
as a short
as
person?
a short person.
Right. Honestly, that is not really... It's never really been a big deal to me, if I can think back upon everything. Because if you think about sort of like the certain aspects of general life that affect you if you're short or if you're tall or whatever, the first few things that come to mind, I would say, is probably sort of like shopping, like at a grocery store, or also like working, right? Like if you have a part-time job or whatever. And if I think back about my all of the jobs that I've had so far since I started working, which was how many years ago at this point? 5 years ago. I never really, like, it never really was a problem. Like, it never really affected me in a way that was sort of like, like I can't function because I'm short. Like the solution was to always either get a step ladder, right, or like just ask someone else who is taller to do it, right? And normally it was always just kind of like something that I would laugh about,
Yeah.
just kind of like on my own, like, hey man, can you get this for me because I cannot reach it, you know what I mean? Like, clothing, yeah, so that's a huge problem, I think. I think, like, out of everything, I think the clothing...
I think that's my problem also.
Throughout my entire childhood, I really hated shopping, like, a lot, like, I just hated shopping. And I mean, most kids do, right? But I think I just had, like, this burning passion for hating shopping. I hated, like, clothes, I hated fashion, I hated all of it. And I just always hated the way that I looked, especially, like, around high school. Because obviously during high school you're probably at the peak of your, like, self-consciousness and stuff like that.
Right, self-esteem.
Right.
Really low and
Self-esteem's low and all that, and I just, for the life of me, could never find clothes that actually fit, Shoes and pants were basically impossible to find. Like my actual size.
Wow, what is your shoe size?
My shoe size in America
is 6.
Well, I guess I should explain it in Japanese, but 24 centimeters. My pant size is 26 waist. And I normally wear 26 by 28 jeans because that's the smallest size that any brand actually has.
Right, but you still roll up.
But I still roll it up. I don't think I actually had shoes and pants that really fit me until I was like maybe in college.
So
because at that point more brands were starting to embrace smaller people, of course, but also I think
even more diversity in clothing line, right?
Yeah,
like a lot. Last category is romance, relationships.
Oh yeah, like I said, I didn't really ever get bullied or anything like that in any sort of major fashion about being short. But because of that, I never really thought to myself like, oh, I wish I was taller. But the many times that I actually did wish that I was taller was when it involved like women or girls or whatever. At least from my experience, like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but in America, for the most part, women tend to have pretty high standards for men. Pretty high standards.
Have to be
pretty ridiculously high standards. If I'm being truthfully honest, like nowadays, the standards for American men are like almost through the roof.
Right. Have to look like a Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Like have to be 6 feet tall.
Right. Like you have to be like over 6 foot and have muscles and like basically the point is that I could kind of tell that like girls weren't really like interested in me whenever I was in like middle school and high school and stuff. Even though like I had a good personality and I wasn't like ugly or anything. But one of the biggest reasons why I really never like dated a lot in high school and stuff is because most girls wanted men that were taller than they were. I mean the average height for an American woman is probably taller than my height, honestly.
5'6" is
right.
Average, I think.
Yeah, so there you go. I'm shorter than the average American female height.
You are excluded from like what?
Every
90% of the population.
Like literally like 90%. So like I have a 10% chance of actually ever being able to
dated some people, right?
Yeah, I mean like, I had 2 actually like relatively serious relationships in high school and like and beginning in college or whatever. And the first one, she was actually shorter than I was. And then the second one was actually a bit taller than me, but I think she just kind of didn't really care about my height in general. So, there are people out there that are like that. But
so now you're in the college. So being short, is it matter as much as it used to, or feel comfortable with your own skin now, or?
Yeah, I mean, I feel really comfortable in my own skin for sure. I would say that I don't think about my height that often at all. I think about my height probably very rarely. Like once in a blue moon maybe. Like, oh, I'm pretty short or something. But like, like I said, nowadays, like, especially since I'm older and I've started to sort of understand my body more, I know what shoe sizes fit me. I know what brands
to go for
that actually have sizes that fit me, like if they have an extra small shirt that I know it actually fits. I've gotten to the point where I've become more aware and knowledgeable of stuff like that. I just don't think I really care, like I think I'm just happy with the way things are, like even when you wear like heels, I'm still taller than you, so that's nice. I have a girlfriend who's quite short.
Yeah, if you're short, you'll be okay. You can survive.
Yeah, absolutely.
これで終わります。ジェイコブさんは古文塾ねやってるので、イングリッシュレッスンを受けたい方はぜひぜひ追ってあげてください。Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please follow us on all the social media that I will see you.
Oh, and tell us
your struggles.
Tell us in the comments if you have any struggles
being short.
Well, particularly with clothing. Let us know if you have like problems with finding your size whenever you shop.
Also, then what store can offer clothes for short people? This video. Bye.
Okay, bye.